Look back at every major breakthrough in your life. Did it arrive when you were desperately fighting, white-knuckled and screaming at the universe to fix your problems? Or did it slip into your reality the exact moment you finally exhaled, threw your hands up, and stopped trying so hard? Modern culture has conditioned us to believe that reality yields only to relentless force, exhausting grind, and mental hypervigilance. But advanced quantum mechanics and neurocardiology reveal a staggering paradox. Force creates immediate frequency interference. When you try too hard to manifest a shift out of a state of urgency, you are broadcasting a chaotic split signal that repels the very reality you desire. True quantum transformation is not a reward for your exhaustion. It is a natural consequence of your internal coherence. The moment you drop the internal weapons of survival and master the art of effortless alignment, the quantum field has no choice but to reorganize itself around your peace.
To understand why your life loops despite your immense effort, we must dissect the invisible physics of desperation. Most traditional personal growth and manifestation methods instruct you to force your mindsets, force your motivation, and force your external timelines. You are told to conquer your reality through sheer willpower. However, from a quantum perspective, this aggressive approach acts as a violent pollutant within the responsive field of potential. When you approach a desired shift from an urgent, frantic necessity to fix or change a broken aspect of your life, you create what physics calls a split signal. One superficial layer of your conscious mind broadcasts a beautiful visualization or an abundant affirmation. But underneath that fragile surface, a far deeper, more massive segment of your energy is broadcasting absolute terror, scarcity, and the profound anxiety that the change will never happen. The quantum field does not respond to the loudest voice or the prettiest vision board. It responds strictly to the integrated totality of your energy. When you layer forced positive thoughts over a physical nervous system that remains tightly locked in survival mode, you create an immense amount of vibrational noise. You are essentially shouting your desires while radiating a baseline of lack, and the universe faithfully mirrors back the lack every single time. This energetic noise is not merely a spiritual concept, it is a literal, measurable state of biological ruin. When you operate from a state of stress, frustration, or frantic striving, your heart's powerful electromagnetic field, which is up to 5,000 times magnetically stronger than the brain, suffers an immediate collapse in order. This state is known as biological incoherence. Under the microscope of neurocardiology, an anxious or desperate human heart produces jagged, erratic, and highly chaotic electromagnetic rhythms. This chaotic pattern fires alarm bells straight up the vagus nerve into the emotional centers of your brain, instantly hijacking your cognitive architecture. Your breath shortens, your blood pressure spikes, and your brain waves fracture into high beta waves. In this state of survival-based threat scanning, your perception narrows strictly to physical survival. Your biology enters a defensive posture, interpreting the absence of immediate results as a mortal threat. You lose your capacity for creativity, insight, and vision. You become trapped in a biological prison where your body is constantly bracing for impact, projecting its internal chaos onto the outside world, and ensuring that your physical reality remains as fragmented and stressful as the internal signal driving it.
The antidote to this biological chaos requires an absolute shift from defensive armor to profound internal harmony. When you intentionally slow your respiration and intentionally direct your focus away from external threats and toward the center of your chest, a radical physiological transformation occurs. By infusing your breathing with feelings of authentic, unmanufactured appreciation, your heart rhythm instantly sheds its jagged edges, smoothing out into an exquisite, unified sine wave pattern. This state is known as heart-brain coherence.
The moment your heart achieves this rhythmic stability, it releases a cascade of life-affirming chemicals, dramatically reducing cortisol levels and instantly synchronizing the electrical activity of your brain. Your brain waves drop into an ordered alpha and theta state, expanding your perception and opening the doorway to higher consciousness. Once your internal electromagnetic field becomes remarkably coherent, a powerful physical principle known as entrainment takes effect. Similar to how neighboring mechanical metronomes or tuning forks will naturally over time synchronize their rhythms to match the most powerful, stable frequency in the room, a highly coherent internal field exerts a massive organizing pressure on the space around it. You no longer need to exhaust yourself chasing external probabilities. Your stable, peaceful baseline causes the surrounding environment to naturally, organically reorganize and synchronize with your peace. This profound state of effortless synchronization is not a modern discovery. It represents the golden thread running through the most advanced philosophical and mystical traditions of human history. In the ancient yogic texts, this state of absolute presence, deep integration, and unbroken unity with the field of creation is referred to as samadhi. It is a state where the illusion of separation dissolves, and the practitioner realizes they are not a separate fragment fighting the universe, but the universe itself, expressing a specific point of view. Similarly, the highest schools of global mysticism have always bypassed the mechanics of manual manipulation, focusing instead on the ultimate power of surrender, the deliberate, intentional releasing of egoic control to allow a higher, omniscient intelligence to execute the path. Perhaps the most precise articulation of this principle is found in Taoist philosophy through the sacred concept of Wu Wei, often translated as the art of effortless action or non-forcing. Wu Wei does not imply lazy inaction or passive apathy. Rather, it describes the supreme velocity of an individual who is so perfectly aligned with the natural currents of the cosmos that their actions are perfectly timed, perfectly weighted, and execute monumental shifts with zero friction. It is the realization that a river does not need to force its way to the ocean. It simply surrenders to its own nature.
However, as modern individuals attempt to practice this effortless alignment, the conditioned survival brain will frequently attempt to hijack the process, turning a sacred release into an exhausting, competitive performance. To navigate this path successfully, you must remain acutely vigilant against 5 common pitfalls. Forcing unfelt emotions. Many seekers attempt to manufacture an artificial state of ecstatic bliss while their heart is actively breaking. This creates profound inner conflict. True coherence honors authenticity, a tiny, completely genuine appreciation for the simple support of the chair beneath you carries infinitely more quantum power than a massive fake performance of joy. Using alignment as a strategy. Treating your meditation or your inner peace purely as a manipulative bargaining chip to get a fast external result loops you right back into urgency. Coherence cannot be a transaction. It must become your ultimate end goal. Hypervigilance over thoughts. Obsessively policing your brain and panicking over every passing negative thought creates immense stress. The key is to simply witness your thoughts without identifying with them, allowing them to pass like clouds across an open sky. Expecting immediate, dramatic changes. True quantum transformation is often beautiful and incremental. Impatience blinds you to the vital foundations being laid within your biology, such as deeper sleep, spontaneous moments of calm, or a sudden reduction in emotional reactivity. Abandoning the practice during turbulence. Stopping your practice the moment your external life becomes chaotic completely defeats its purpose. Hard times are not an excuse to abandon alignment. They are the exact moments when grounding your awareness into a slow, deliberate breath is most vital to hold your timeline stable.
To integrate these principles directly into your cellular memory, you must move past intellectual theory and enter an experiential practice. The journey into effortless alignment is achieved through a deceptively simple 4-step neuro-quantum technique.
Physiological priming, 2 to 3 minutes. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and begin taking slow, deliberate inhales through your nose, followed by prolonged, sighing exhales through your open mouth. This specific breathing ratio instantly triggers the parasympathetic nervous system, sending an undeniable signal of safety to your brain. Heart focus, 2 minutes. Shift the entirety of your awareness away from the thoughts in your head and drop it directly into the physical center of your chest. Imagine drawing a subtle, luminous, and calming energy directly into your heart chamber with each inhale, and gently spreading that energy through every cell of your body on the exhale. Authentic appreciation, 2 minutes. Evoke a simple, unforced feeling of gratitude. Do not reach for grand, complicated concepts. Simply find appreciation for something immediate and real. The warmth of the sun on your skin, the breath in your lungs, or the absolute safety of the present moment. Feel the physical softening of your muscles as your heart-brain coherence locks into place. Bypassing the logical mind, 1 to 2 minutes. Whisper the sensory question to your body. What would it feel like if I completely stopped forcing? Or what would it feel like if this situation was already beautifully resolved? Do not allow your mind to answer with words or strategies. Simply sit, open your awareness, and allow your physical body to experience the raw, visceral relief of the answer. The quantum breakthrough. The instant your body registers the physical feeling of relief, you have successfully bypassed the analytical mind, dissolved the split signal, and anchored your consciousness into a brand new, unshakable energetic baseline. The great illusion of our world is that the magnitude of an outcome is directly determined by the violence of our struggle. Yet, the quantum field operates on the law of resonance, not the law of force. You do not need to scream at the universe, exhaust yourself, or force the logistical details of your future from a state of survival. Your only responsibility is to cultivate an internal state of unshakable coherence. When you possess the courage to put down your weapons, step out of the grind, and master the art of effortless alignment, the universe will move mountains to meet you. If a profound sense of relief washed over you while listening to this, it is because your nervous system is finally remembering its true nature. The season of exhausting struggle ends today. Let us anchor this new baseline together. In the comments section below, share the one area of your life where you are officially choosing to stop forcing, and type "I choose the flow" to declare your alignment with the quantum field. If this video has brought clarity and stillness back to your mind, hit like, share this transmission with a weary soul tired of fighting, and subscribe to stay anchored within our community of conscious creators. Put down the weight, take one final deep breath, and let the quantum shift happen naturally.